Hey love, so apparently this is what happens whenever you're driving and you have a massive amount of downloads and you just can't not speak them out, because that would be crazy. So on this drive back, I have been pretty much in a pretty meditative type trance, just embracing the momentum of now and living in the presence of just being here. And really just trying to kind of decode as I absorb some sun and just the sky and the beauty of Earth itself, because that is a whole other force of field of magnitude that I can't even touch fully on right now to give the full depth of my gratitude and servants to even be of existence on this realm. But okay, so whilst at the Guidestones, there were so many different things that occurred that were just so relevant to why it is so apparent that these stones were never intended to be feared. They were never intended to be viewed as some negative force inflicting or suggesting population control or some new world order system or whatever it may be. And it all goes back to where I've been coming from at the beginning of all of this, trying to explain to you all, my lovely light beings, that these Guidestones are set here to be a tool of seeing how this world can harmonize with it, how this world, how us as beings here can harmonize with the earth, the planet, to live in simultaneous harmonious frequency in a way that the algorithm beats at the same pattern of tune, and it's like our heartbeat beats as one, and we rise our consciousness, we raise our consciousness. And that, my loves, I also have recently really been just thinking so much and embedding that with the Uluru. That was what was in the boxes. Me and Stone Buddha were meant to be at those Guidestones to be able to receive that code. And what the code is that 500 million, the population people call it, pretty much, quote, on the stones, which are pretty much almost as an act of the new commandments, the new 10 commandments. And I feel like in some way, me and Stone Buddha were meant to go there and translate them for humanity to be able to have the consciousness awareness awoken. As she played her flute into the stones, that was to awaken the consciousness of what is to be and what is to be said and what was really meant to be heard, not the lies that we have been fed by these dark forces that we've let control our minds. Until we can clear that energy, until we can clear that field of resonance of thinking that something always has to be a fight against, always has to be a battle within the dark and the light. Why can't we have a balance? Why can't we see darkness for what it is, but know that we can maintain our positivity and our frequency no matter what comes at us? And we can hold that level of consciousness that upholds that 500 million people on earth that are living in harmony, that are living in simultaneous tune with the harmonic resonance in which we are meant to live within here on earth, to keep the seismic algorithm at bay and keep it all as it's meant to be. And that is also why it was said, because I was just listening to something about the Uluru, because I keep getting pulled to it. There was something said about how if it didn't get opened, it would be another 3 years, and then there would be a massive event, pretty much that would be the beginning of the end of days. Of course, because if we don't transcend this message and realize that this is our wake-up call of humanity, we have the power to extend our existence here at a much higher level of consciousness fields, at a much higher level of timeline. And each of those stones, as me and Buddha were talking about last night, and she suggested each of those a different parallel. That's 4 different parallels. And then the capstone, in my addition to that, is the merging of all of those, and kind of also what we talked about. And as we both felt compelled to touch all of them equally, like, and touch them at the same time, to be able to extend that energy into each of the fields, like to be able to merge the timelines of all of the interwovenness, because there's so many things that have been built. These walls have been built as separation and division, and those separations and divisions are the vision of the old. That is the division of the timeline that we are moving out of. And now, as we are moving into the age of air, the age of Aquarius, the age of awakening, the age of consciousness, we are here, and we are able to see that we are stepping into our power by loving one another equally, and accepting that each human being here, each embodiment of God itself here amongst us, which we all are beautifully flawed, and everything about us should be beautifully loved. And if you hold a resonance of anything lower than that respect of love, because you love yourself enough to see that their image is just a reflection of that aspect of you that maybe needs healed, or maybe that aspect of you that you know needs to heal, because living in harmonic balance does not mean that we do not wake people up by just being our authentic selves. That is the beauty of it. We are so in harmonic tune with ourselves as our authentic beings here, that we are able to resonate our own frequency at our own vibration that is set at no specific tune, but instead the frequency octave that we specifically hold, which is at above a resonance, which helps the magnetic pull of Earth into a higher resonance field, to be able to maintain at its core functional balance of grid, to be able to keep the crystalline grid at structural bay. Oh, my loves. I love embedding light codes. I love doing soul missions, and I am so honored, and I would like to thank Stone Buddha for all of this, because we needed to do this together. That was like soul family connecting. And as she mentioned while we were out there, I think it is. I agree with her about this time travel. Like, we almost like came from two different timelines to merge, to be able to create the emergence of all four of those timelines getting pulled into one. And we did. We hopped a timeline, my loves. All of the work that was done on the grids, all of the work that's still being done, all of the prayers, all of the meditation, all of the beauty of all that is happening right now, and the occurrence of now. We are healing our planet. We are healing ourselves, and by healing ourselves, our cells, our photosynthesis is being done within the work of the interweaving of the unity consciousness, all of as one. We are Earth itself living as itself in flesh. We are God itself living as God itself in the flesh. We are all that is encapsulated into this human being that is so much more. And we protrude, we have these frequencies, and they go outward. They go outward, and everything that surrounds us is able to fill us. Everything that surrounds us weaves in and out of our time. And as we weave, we're weaving the fabric of time as we coexist with the existence of the momentum of now. So do not fall into the darker timelines. Do not fall into the mental warfare traps of the matrix that is no longer of servants to anyone's higher good or purpose at this point. Serve the beauty of self-love and being authentic, my loves. Be authentically you. Be powerful in the essence of you, and hold back for no thing, no matter what. And just live. We are the harmonic resonance, and we are here to shift and uplift this quantum sphere and this field. And I love you all so much, and I guess this may end up being both a post on Twitter, like a thread, and also YouTube, because it's so long. So if you're at this point, I will cut it off probably. Okay, actually no. I love you either way, and I hope that you are doing amazing. I thank you so much for being here. And if this is a YouTube video, I ask that you please like and share and subscribe to my channel. I would love to get this message out more, because these guide stones, this event, this was something that really transcended a lot of energy. That is something that is a worldwide message. It's not just a message for any person, like just one specific being. It's a whole collective message. We all need to start thinking of the field of ourselves, of being of a resonance of a higher octave, to be able to be the frequency tune that is emitted to be able to help this planet. And until we're doing that by living as our authentic selves and our authentic states of being here, then we will not be able to hold that frequency. So just remember, it's all about self-love. It's all about self-healing. And right now is the time for that. So that is even what astrology is saying. So when astrology, and this also lines up, everything is in conjunction with itself, because everything is a consciousness junction of one another that has functions that are interwoven to create the manifestation of now and all that is. So just remember that and cherish your gifts. I love you so much. 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 And I'm so grateful that you're here with me. I am so incredibly honored. And I thank you, each and every one of you. I love you independently, individually, and collectively as a whole, because I know that each and every one of you all have such a higher purpose within embedded in everything about you and each and every one of your souls. I love you with all of my heart, and I will be back, and I will talk to you soon, my loves, and I will post this once I am safe and sound back off the road. I love you all. Have a beautiful momentum of now, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye, loves. Hey, my beautiful lovelies. I just want to stop in for a AM transmission on this beautiful day of conjunction. I want to acknowledge the fact that me and Indigo went out and did so much clearing at the Guidestones. So much energetic love was infused in this space. And I just want to acknowledge the fact that anyone that is coming in the direction of suggesting that these stones are of a dark matter, that is a timeline of your choosing. And that is a timeline in which you can choose to reside. But that is not the intention behind the stones. That is not the intention. And we have produced the energetic wave of love, and that is the frequency that we are holding. So any other suggestion of anything darker or any other agenda is not something of a timeline in which we are on now. I love you all so much. I hope you're amazing, and we'll talk to you soon.
Hey, so it's me, P baby. Merry Christmas. My first visit to the Georgia Guidestones. I'm really cold and freezing. Anyway, I made a video reading everything. I'll be back, so I'm gonna bring my girl Vanessa with me. What up, Vanessa? What up? Merry Christmas, y'all. Georgia Guidestones. Okay, so I met some people at the Georgia Guidestones.
Hey.
This is my friend. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Tara.
Love that name.
Indigo, Stone Buddha on, or at Power Reclaim on Twitter.
And at Heart and Soul on Twitter.
I'm Patrice Meeks, P baby, on Twitter.
Yeah.
Let's get behind the. We were talking about the Guidestones. Just tell me what you think about them, Tara.
So powerful. They're love. They are meant to bring us in unison to one conscious of state of just love and pure harmony and balance of perpetual bliss. That's my thought. Indigo.
Oh, I'm with that. Like,
We got a shot one.
There's nothing bad about these stones. They're amazing.
I feel no bad energy.
No,
I feel like I'm so happy right now. I've met 2 other humans who feel the same way I feel.
Yes.
Because it's
just
lonely
a misunderstanding.
sometimes.
Yes.
It is.
Pure love. Pure love. You all
And
pure
I feel like
love.
the earth's going through kind of like child labor.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like she's going to
Rebirth.
come out, but right now
Yeah.
she's going through a lot. We just have to all hold on.
Exactly.
definitely.
The Kundalini of Earth.
The Kundalini, that's
Yeah.
something I want to cover. A lot of people don't understand it.
Okay, so what we are doing is we're going to yell something with the most loving intention and watch how it comes back to us in the universe. All right.
My intention is going to be peace, and I'm about to scream it, even though people listen, because I don't care. Peace! Can you hear it?
And it echoes back. Oh, hey.
Oh, I'm in a wrinkle. Sunglasses.
Oh, we love you.
We got Tara, Indigo,
Yes.
P baby,
Yeah.
and the Georgia Guidestones.